Okay.
So how was the day? Well, today went well. We really pushed ourselves. I think we took the next step in terms of learning the new material as well as harping on the old material. And I think the guys are being really tough and they're showing the resiliency to go ahead and push on to the next level.
What are your other talking points?
Well, something about the climate, the political climate. That's about it.
Political.
Who's messing with you? I'm just trying to help y'all out.
Let's get political.
Oh no, they haven't talked with us. This is me today.
Oh, nice.
Well then,
talk to us
the
about
quarterbacks. Give us a great stimulating quarterback quote.
That's the thing. We're all working with different guys. They've done a really good job of rotating everybody so that we are getting to work with them. So it's not, hey, I'm going to isolate this guy or two of these guys. And so we're all moving around. We're all getting a lot of work with a lot of different people. So that's the thing I do appreciate.
So, take me back. Your first day of school as a freshman. School's
It's on my birthday.
All right. Well, happy birthday, I guess. Back then.
It's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, seeing, I guess, everybody, the student body, for the first time, walking around, knowing, man, I'm going to suit up on Saturdays, and all these guys are going to be in the stands. What's that feeling like?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, first of all, just getting around other people and realizing, hey, you're around different friends. You kind of get that weight of football off you. I mean, I love these guys, but it's like a big family. You start getting around each other for so long, it's like, man, we just want to see some other people. So it's really refreshing just to hear other people not talk about football for a little bit, whether that's an hour. So then we can get back in focus, and it's just a deep breath, and then we go back to hitting it hard.
Out there, people don't talk about football?
Not as much. See,
Really?
but exactly. Usually, if they're coming up, usually it's not like my good friends. They know, they're just here to talk to me and figure out how's my day. It's not all this stuff.
He's been around Bryce for the last couple of years. Do you notice, is he approaching you guys differently, or just his assignments or anything else differently than he has?
I think so. I would definitely say so, and I would say it's not only Bryce, but it's actually the team that's starting to develop this culture of leadership. Coach Smart has done a great job of pushing these guys to get vocal. And so with each and every guy, for example, Bryce, he's starting to come out. So I start to get to know him better on the field because he's like, hey, I'm the quarterback, I need to be vocal. And that's what he's doing.
Talk to us about these two new guys at your position group, Charlie and Isaac, both highly touted recruits coming out. What have you seen out of them?
Yeah, we have Charlie, Isaac, and then we have Justin and Miles. So Charlie and Isaac, I think they're really hard workers. I think they both have, their strengths and weaknesses. But in terms of just guys, I love hanging out with them. I'm very happy they're in the room. They're both pushing me to be a better player, and I love working alongside of them. That being said, I think they've done an amazing job. I think they're picking it up fast. This is one of the fastest times we've installed an offense, really. We've put a whole lot of stuff in this was practice 8. And so I think they've done a tremendous job of being able to handle that, focus on that, and continue to make the corrections going into the next day.
How's Coach Beamer made that easier for you guys?
Yeah, Coach Beamer is awesome. He has a lot on his plate too, being the special teams coach as well. But he's done a great job of being able to find out how we learn individually and specifically coach us up as to what we need.
You've been matched up against Roquan much in terms of going out passing and stuff like that?
I'm sure I don't remember a bunch of instances. Usually the ones I remember is with Reggie Carter, but I've definitely been against Roquan. He's a heck of a player.
Have you noticed much change from last season to this in terms of his abilities?
Not that I can tell, because I feel like he's been progressing gradually, so it's something where if I watched film from him a year ago, I'd probably be like, wow, but I think he's a heck of a player, but I thought that a year ago too, so I'd have to look at the film from a year ago.
Coach Taney has mentioned that he'd be open to using a lot of 2 tight end sets. Is that something that he has brought up with you guys that you might see in a game or two?
Definitely. I think it's up to us to go out there as a tight end group. I mean, it's up to us to go out there and prove that we can do it, because he's not going to put us on the field if we're not ready. And so I'm really excited that we have this opportunity in front of us that we can say, hey, if we're playing well, we're going to get out there more. And that's nothing against any other position group. It's just something where how can we excel and continue to develop our identity as a tough, physical, detail-oriented offense and get out there and play.
Going back to schools right on the horizon, what's something you're telling some of your younger teammates who haven't been in college yet to say, hey, you got to worry about your studies, but then you got practice too?
Yeah, it's really tough. Thankfully, that's why we have the summer where it's like to get a little bit of it with 2 classes, but now going to 4 classes in the season. It's basically I would say it's the equivalent of about 7 or 8 classes for guys, plus you're just physically drained. But we're just telling them focus on one thing at a time, take everything one step at a time, and just focus on where you are right now. So if you're in class, all your effort in that class. You're outside of class, study what you need to study and prioritize. But it's definitely a bigger challenge, more responsibility on us as players to say, this is how much time I have, this is what I need to study for. You know, I can't goof around and stay up till 1 in the morning and then wake up and be tired. So it's a lot of responsibility, but it's a lot of fun too.